Now, I'm sure many of you out there have seen these wonderful devices that offer Apple CarPlay to older cars that don't have that built-in interface for a large LCD screen. And they've been great, and they offer an easy plug and play version of Apple CarPlay. But did you know there is also a company that are now supplying custom fit Apple CarPlay devices for older cars? Well, there is, and this company is called iDoing, and I was lucky enough to be sent a unit for a Peugeot 207, which we are going to fit tonight and make sure it does all it's meant to do for that car. We're going to look at the fit, we're going to look at the instructions, how to build it, and of course, what comes in the box. So let's get it unpacked totally and see what we have. First up in the iDoing box, obviously we have the unit itself, and this is a very robust plastic unit, and the difference between these permanent units and the stick-on ones is it is molded to the shape of your particular model car. Now, it has some extra components I know in the box that allow this unit to fit around the air vents in your car to make it look like it was always there. And there we have them. So I know from just looking at these plastic components that they will fit around the air vents in the car, and that will also click there into the bottom of our screen, making it look like it was always part of it. But we've also got a whole host of cables that come with this, because don't forget, in this particular car there is a little information screen on the dashboard, which this will be replacing, and there's obviously the connections to the existing radio that's mounted further down the dash. Now, all of these various cables, and there are a lot of them, are going to allow us to connect this up totally. There's even some plastic separator tools that come in the pack as well for us to remove the items from the car. So I think, looking at the interfaces that we have here, we have pretty much got all we need to do the job. And we also have a handy set of instructions. Now, I've not gone through these in detail, but I'm going to read these to make sure we've got all we need. And it says the only tools that we need for the car stereo removal are a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and also a removal tool. Everything else comes in the kit. You can probably also see on the back of this device all of the various interfaces you need for the cables, and there's also a guide to what all the pins do. So this unit is fantastic for giving you all the information you need to fit it. All that's left for us to do now is see how easy this is to fit to the car. Inside this very messy 207 that belongs to my son, we can see here is the original radio, and it's got the 4 DIN connectors for removing the radio, so we need to remove that radio. But here's the interesting bit. This is where the stereo or the new Apple CarPlay device is going to go, and you can see the shape of it. It's going to fit about here. You can see just here there is a LCD screen, or there is an information screen at the back there that's going to replace, so it needs to do. So we'll get the radio removed, and also this. Now, looking at this plastic trim, I think this is going to pop off with just a trim removal tool, so we can get access to this. And also, I think this will remove with just the DIN removal tools here. Now, not everyone has these tools to remove these radios, so I normally take just 2 small Allen keys here and just insert them into the holes, and you can push them in until you feel like a click in the radio. You feel it click, and what that will allow you to do is that will allow you to just nudge the radio out, just wiggle it out sideways now and away from there. So you see that it's come forward on the one side. So again, we'll change it over, insert these on the other side like so, just moving it out one side at a time. And there we go, we've now got the other side of the radio out, and that should now theoretically just slide out just like that. Now, with that out, you can see here there's some plugs on the back that will plug in, and also the radio antenna. So here's a close-up of the radio connector, and you can see the white plug has got like a little push tab that you push, and that just slides straight out of the connector. But the majority of this is actually on one harness, and if we look at it from the side, you can see it's on a hinge. We need to lift this up like that, and by lifting that up, that just simply comes away like so in one piece. So all those wires are now in this harness together, and this is on a little push tab. Push that tab down and that will remove the aerial connector from the back of the radio. So the radio is now fully disconnected. This is where we reach for our bag of tricks that came with the screen. We've got some separator tools in the bag, these orange ones, so that will allow us to work our way around this frame and get this off. Just carefully working round and lifting the edge of this frame off. Now don't forget, this has been attached to the car for many years, so it might take a while to disconnect. So there we have the frame off, and we'll put that to one side, and you can see underneath we have these screws that hold the vent on, and these are Torx bits. Although not included in the packet, you are going to need a Torx bit to remove these two bolts. With the two bolts out of the way, take your separator tool again and get underneath this and lift it up, being careful, don't force it, but it will eventually unclip. There we go. If I get my fingers under that now, the whole unit does just lift out of the dash like that. We can pull that away. Now it won't come out totally because there are cables, don't forget, on the back of this. The first one to disconnect is this one that has the hazard switch on it. So I think that'll just press and slide out. And with that hazard switch disconnected, we can now turn the unit round and have a look here at the rear. Now here is the back of the LCD screen. This is where it connects to the car, and then there is this lower screen right here that has a second connection. These two screens need to remain connected, and you can either store these under the new CarPlay unit out of sight, or you can mount them on a bracket in the hole left behind by the old factory radio. They do display important information such as low oil pressure, faulty headlight bulbs, etc., and remaining fuel. So it would be best, but not essential, to keep these on display. If you remove them or keep them disconnected, you will cause the car to throw an engine management light relating to the airbag. So keep them connected even if you're not planning to see them. To make this process even easier, there are two screws that hold these interfaces together. So I'm going to remove those from the interface and get them disconnected from the bezel, and that should give us more room to work here. You can see I've already removed this one. This just unclips from the lower part of this bezel. So we have the radio connection down here and the aerial, the hazard warning switch, and we'll start with the easy one first. So this is the aerial in the car, and inside the packet is this cable with these two ends and what I class as the old style radio connector. So I'm going to connect one of these two into our aerial. Clicks into place like that. Next up is the connector for the car. Now there is this cable that comes with it. There's only one like this with this huge plug, and I've just lined it up, and it only goes one way, but you can put both these parts together and they just push down and snap into place. And the little black locking arm also snaps into place as well. So that's what we need to connect to the car. This bit will be presented to the radio itself. So that is the connections for the car done. Because of the lack of cable on this connector, what I've done is I've run this connector that's going to connect to the back of the cable for our new radio. I've run it around the side here so that we've got the stretch and it's not going to interfere when we put the device on there. So we've got the device all connected up and reassembled with this plastic trim that goes around the outside. All we need to do is remove the fins from the old grille, which you can see here, and place them in here to protect the vents. We also need to connect up the hazard switch and make sure that's all connected up nicely and in position. Get this all bolted up, and then we can give it a test. So here is our Apple CarPlay device now fitted in the center console with all the bits reassembled. Let's turn the engine on and see what happens. And the screen has come to life. There you go. So here is our built-in Apple CarPlay fully assembled. It's got navigation. We've got the radio as well. We've got the time and date. Music, obviously. And Bluetooth connectivity. So that is our Apple CarPlay device from iDoing, fully assembled in the car. Now this little touch screen is really good. It's responsive, there's no lag, all the features work as expected. What I can't do is I can't play you the audio to show you the quality of the audio. It's very good, but obviously due to copyright reasons, if I play the audio, I'm not going to be able to monetize my video. So all the features are here. You've got all the settings you would need. You've got the navigation. You've got your music. You've got all your Apple devices. And if I connect my phone up, I'll have Apple CarPlay on here also. Now, it should be pointed out that when you fit this device, those two LCD screens that we removed from the original bezel, they must stay connected to the car. Now, the reason for that is if you don't and you remove them, the airbag light will come on. So the features will only work if you leave those connected. So that's my guide on how to fit one of these fantastic Apple CarPlay radios from iDoing to an old car, and particularly the Peugeot 207. I think it totally modernises and refreshes the dash on these cars and brings it into the 21st century. Unfortunately, this one is no good to me anymore because on the day that we fitted it, the clutch failed on the car. So this is surplus to requirements. So if you would like to pick up this particular device that you've seen fitted to the car, it's currently for sale on Facebook Marketplace, or you can drop me a message at the channel. But if not, and it's gone, and I imagine it's going to go really quickly, then please do get in touch with iDoingstereo.com and see if you can bag yourself one of these fantastic radios. I really recommend them, and I think they make a big difference to the car. And if you've enjoyed this video, then please do check out my channel where you'll find more review videos and how-tos on many old cars, including the Peugeot 207, the Ford Fiesta Mark 7, and of course, my channel's main cars, the Audi TT Mark 1. As always, thanks for watching and see you soon. Take care. Now go and pick yourself up one of these fantastic radios.